guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I will be creating a delicious chicken Alfredo with zucchini pasta, and I'm also going to create a delicious, scrumptious, decadent, amazing chocolate cheesecake. So if you want to see that, just keep watching. So right now we need to turn this into pasta. I got this spiralizer with hopes that it will not break on us. If this thing breaks, we're gonna have to practice our knife skills. So I got my zucchini washed and ready to go. Grab my knife, sharpen it. This is not pasta. What the heck? Dude, really? Yeah, this is not working. Okay, well, that's great. That's wonderful. So for the marinade, I have 2 chicken breasts. I just sliced it up into relatively thick slices. And I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar. And then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and half a teaspoon of oregano. And then I'm just going to add in a pinch of black pepper. Mix it all together. And then I'm just going to add my bay leaves right on top. Alright, so I just covered it with plastic wrap and I'm going to pop it in the fridge overnight.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. 'Cause every time you tell me I look good in bed, I'm doing fine, but nothing ever changes. And now I see, baby, you are hurting me.
Look at that beautiful bulb. Nice and fat, fresh.
Stop lying. I know you playing your part, but baby, it's breaking my heart. How could I know? If you don't need me, just let me know when I go. Truthfully, the game that you've been playing felt so real to me. I once believed.
Alright, so now I'm going to pop open this bottle of wine. It's alright. We're going to carry on as if that never happened. I don't really know how I'm going to film with no light. Thankfully, it's still daytime. Bro, I need like a better wine opener than this. Why? Alright, we got electricity. Let's continue. I'm gonna put in some heavy cream. Don't bother cleaning out the pan. That's all the good flavors from everything that we had already cooked. Definitely want to use it. I'm gonna let this come to a simmer. Olive oil. Butter. And now I'm going to start adding in my zucchini. Almond flour. Dry white wine. But make sure you drink some of it to make sure it tastes good. It could be much drier, that's for sure. But it's good. I'm gonna save this for my meal because if I drink this, this video will never happen. Alright, so now I'm gonna pour this. Then I'm gonna incorporate the onions and garlic, the sala. I'm going to continue to saute up the zucchini. Need to go a little faster. I'm gonna pour the sauce in here. As they begin to look nice and flimsy, I'm just gonna pop them in the pan. Alright, so I prepped these garlic knots yesterday. This is just a fathead dough. My previous video I made a fathead dough, but I'll put the ingredient list down below. You're a little crooked. Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven now. I'm just gonna watch it. And then after, I pop it in the oven. So after it's done, I'm going to coat it. Actually, you know what?
That you could be my destiny. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. Who is she?
Okay, so now I'm gonna toss the sauce. Actually, first I'm going to add some more salt because I'm certain there's not enough.
Baby, baby, you are really hurting me.
You can add like parsley to this at this point. For me, I don't have any because, I mean, I have some dried parsley from Bubba's garden, but alright, let me go. Alright, here's the dried parsley.
But baby, it's breaking my heart. How could I know?
Add that flavor.
Baby, just let me know.
Place our chicken. Delicious.
I know you play your part, but
Parmesan.
How could I know?
This remaining garlic, I'm gonna melt this butter into that in the microwave, and I'm gonna top the garlic knots with this. And I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. You could obviously use less garlic, but I am a huge fan of garlic. Alright, so I'm gonna pop this in the oven right now just to melt the cheese and warm up the chicken again, and then it's ready to serve. Alright, so for the oven temperature, I need to get like a thermometer to actually be able to tell you guys the temperature, but for now, I would say like 350. Just do 350, and if it's cooking too slow, raise it. If it's cooking too fast, lower. That's what I would do. But my oven is basically like a fire pit. Watch me light it. I gotta take out. Alright, so I have to light a match. I have to press this button and hold it down. There we go. And that's how it works. Butter my pan. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the crust. It smells so good. It smells like the stuff my mom used to put all over my face when I was a kid. Set it and forget it. So I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, so I put the filling. I'm gonna pop this in the oven now for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna check it. All right, so the recipe that I created is basically for 2 of those large pans. I think that's like 12 inches. I'll measure it and get back to you. But I'm gonna put the rest of it in this. And yeah, so I'll show you that too. Like a nice jiggle to it. Cake. I'm gonna leave it for like 5 more minutes. I don't want to put it too long because then it's gonna dry out. mousse on top of these. Stevia vanilla extract. I'm gonna make a piping bag out of a plastic bag. I'm just gonna like cut the tip off. I'm gonna put my whipped cream inside the bag and I'm gonna pipe it on to the cakes. Here. Let's give it a taste. That is good. All right. This one I'm just gonna go boom, boom. For the chocolate. I'm too short. Oh, that's not good. Okay, wait a minute. All right, you guys, I am ready. After slaving over the stove, I am excited and ready to dig into this delicious meal. This is a chicken Alfredo zucchini pasta, and then we got garlic knots, and we got a chocolate cheesecake going on here. I'm so excited. I can't even express into words the enthusiasm that I have for this food right now. So now that I've finished cooking, I put white wine in the Alfredo sauce, so I'm gonna drink some wine with it. All right, so I got some fresh lime juice for this. I mean, lemon. Some cultures say lime. Right. First bite, I gotta get a little bit of everything. And it's still super hot. Why? Dude. This is so good. Wow. Let me try it first with that. Man. That is like stupid good. That's what Yuri does. He goes, good. This is heaven. This is everything you could possibly ever ask for with a meal. Like, it's just creamy, fresh, perfectly salted. It's like the spices are everything. The citrus has such a nice balance to the fat content. And like the moisture of the zucchini it's so refreshing. Some thyme in there. Okay, I forgot. Almost. So today I wanted to talk about, I get asked like quite often about my body modifications. So today I wanted to talk about them a little bit, as much as I'm able. So the one I get asked about quite often is my piercings, my dimples. So my cheeks, I had them pierced about 3 times on 3 separate occasions. The first time I was like 18 years old. I'm 31 now, so like see the time frame of this. So you see the scarring. So I was 18 years old. I got it pierced professionally. I had these huge barbells in my face, and I was taking care of it for like a little while, but I was like a raging smoker at that time, and like I wasn't taking care of it. Excuse me. I wasn't taking care of my piercings at all. So you're supposed to use sea salt and mouthwash every time you eat or smoke or do anything, and I was not doing that. Why are you so tasty? And so, that first round of cheek piercing ended with an infection. A pretty severe infection. My cheek was like this. I had to go to the emergency room to get it removed. The ER doctor was pissed. He was like, why would you do that? And I was like, well, I didn't know this would happen. I was a kid, like 18. brilliant. And so, yeah, so the ER doctor, basically the piercing had got infected and it swole up so big, my cheek. This one, maybe it was the opposite. One of them I took out on my own. Because I was thinking, it's pussing, I'm not taking care of it. So I took it out. And the other one, it was like swollen, so I had to go to the ER. The doctor took it out, but it was like so bad. I had to be on antibiotics for a little bit to kind of reduce the swelling. And so I went a while like thinking, wow, that was dumb. I probably should have took care of my piercing in my face. Crack. So so there was that, and then I got it pierced again. I'm not sure the time frame, but maybe like 3 or 4 years later, I pierced my cheeks again. And I was just like, I was dumb. Last time I did that, I wasn't taking care of it. I was just too young and naive. PRIMUS. Okay, sorry, I had to stop to take my puppy outside because he had to go to the bathroom. Alright, where were we? That is too good. But yeah, so the piercing, cheek piercings. So the second time I got it pierced, I took it out because, why did I take it out? I don't remember. I think I took it out maybe to be, it was maybe for a job, because I was trying to get a job. I was looking for work, I think. That's why I took it out. I guess, yeah, to be like more conservative, I took it out. Third time I got it pierced wasn't that long ago. Maybe like 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago I got it pierced again. And I had it in for maybe only like 4 or 5 months. I was working at MAC Cosmetics at that time. Basically the same reason. I wanted to look more conservative, which is why I took it out. Alright, so on to the topic of my ears. My earlobes. I always wanted to stretch ears since I was very young. I basically pierced my ears with a safety pin when I was like 17 years old. My mom wouldn't let me pierce my ears because she was saying, you're going to get a keloid and it's not good, blah, blah, blah. So when I was no longer living with my mom, I was living with my dad at that time. So like where I was living at, I just like pierced my ears with a safety pin. And then not that long after, maybe like 2 days after, I had like my father take me to Hot Topic. This is like 2007. I would go to Hot Topic and I would buy like the tapers, and like gradually during homeroom I would have my friends like shove it through my ear, and I would lubricate my ear with like chapstick. And it wasn't like unscented, it was like a fruity like cherry chapstick. I think even one time it was like Bliss Stex. I was so desperate to stretch my ears. So I started stretching my ears a very long time ago. Over a decade ago. And most of my life, they've been a pretty large size. Like they've been about this size, maybe like a little bit smaller. They've been I'm making a mess. It's delicious. Alright, so yeah, so my ears, basically at this point, my ears, I'm pretty happy with them. They're not like the healthiest stretched ears ever. Like if I was to take out these plugs and show the lobes to you, you would be like, that's disgusting, because I stretched them way too fast. But they're not that bad because I stretched them so long ago. They've been stretched this size since I was 17. Since 2007, 2008, they've been stretched. So they just look crazy, but they're pretty healthy. I plan to go up one size bigger. Right now I'm at 30 millimeters. I plan to go up to 32 millimeters. I bought like a bunch of jewelry that is like jewelry that I would like to stick with. Excuse me. Yeah, so I bought a bunch of different jewelry that's at 32 millimeters, so that's basically the size that I'm going to stop at, and I'm pretty content with it. The reason why I did that to my ears, I think pretty much was solely based off the fact that the jewelry that you can wear when you have stretched ears is just so beautiful. I remember seeing all these like wood plugs and these stone and like amethyst, just different jewelry that you can put in your ears when your ears are stretched that you can't achieve if you just have like a standard pierced ear. Oh my god, I just put my hand in the cake. My puppy is still crying. He just wants my attention. I'm gonna go take him outside after this. So my tattoos. Recently, like last week, I pierced my Medusa, but I took it out because I let her pierce me without the appropriate jewelry, and the next day it was like my lip was like crazy swollen, and then it hurt way more than it should have. So I just took it out. But I definitely wanted to have my Medusa pierced. I thought it was pretty. Alright, so moving on to the cake. Oh wait, tattoos. Okay, so you may think that I have a lot of tattoos, but I really don't. I have a few tattoos on my arm, my chest. I have one on my butt, back, my lower back. And I have one on my ankle. And I have these two. So these two, this, and I have this cat. Hold on. Alright, so I have this cat, a black cat. I got it on Halloween. You know how like tattoo shops on Halloween they do like discounted tattoos. I was apprenticing at a tattoo shop at that time, and one of the artists, he did that. There's my knuckles. It's just a skull, and it was supposed to be a rose, but I didn't take care of it, so it's all faded. Okay, so my chest is my first son's name, Ami Xavier, in a banner with nautical stars and 2 swallows, but it's not finished obviously because the artist didn't finish it, and I was just like a train wreck at that time, so I never like went back to the shop to finish it. Now this heart rose that's covering it, I initially wanted to do a cover up over this and then just put like a portrait of my oldest son somewhere, but he never finished it either. I was supposed to go back, but I didn't. I stopped apprenticing there. And so the next one, I got this one also when I was doing a tattoo apprenticeship. This is Boris Karloff, Frankenstein's monster, for obvious reasons. And then this one I got at the same shop. It's just an owl. So I'm not really going to explain the exact reasoning why I got the tattoos that I got. I'm just going to show you them. And then there's a lipstick. I got that when I was working as a makeup artist. And then there is a Star of David. I'll explain the tattoos that I feel comfortable explaining. So this is a Star of David. My mother is Jewish, Russian Jewish, and I was raised like practicing Judaism for a period of time. And so I always know that that is that's part of my ancestry is Judaism. So I got that. And then also, so the name Ami, I thought that was a very nice name. And the tattoo artist, Ami James, that's where I found out about that name. Ignore the food all over me. Because, you know. So, yeah, so I got that. And then one day in New York City, in like Lower East Side area, Ami James and like a couple of other artists, Chris Garver, were there in the city doing like the tattoo like sponsorship sort of thing. So they were giving out free tattoos. And so I was like, so it was like little like, it was like they were giving out like little free tattoos. So Ami James, I had him tattoo this on me because Ami James is Jewish, you know. So it meant a lot to me at that time. So in this one right here, I drew this, I sketched this, I did like a rough sketch of this. I was a makeup artist at the time. And basically, the idea was I turn like women who look like they're dead and I make them look alive. That was the general idea of this tattoo. And there's like my hand like fixing their makeup. And one day when I was on the subway, let me start cutting this cake. Ooh, that pasta dish was super good. Anyway, so one day when I was on the subway, I was like holding the subway, like the railing in the subway. And this like crackhead looking drunk black man, he says to me, "That doesn't look like you." That's what he said about my tattoo, because obviously this is like a European featured woman. And he's like, "That doesn't look like you. Why would you tattoo that on your body? That doesn't make sense." And I didn't say anything because at that time I was like still super shy. I had no confidence within myself for the most part. And I just was like, just looking at him like, and I started thinking in my head like, How could you be so basic? Like, if I tattoo a white person on my body, that's none of your business. That's none of your business, first of all. Second of all, where's my knife? Second of all, my mother is half white. My husband is white. My son is half white. The world is a big melting pot of different ethnicities, you racist black man. Okay? Just because racism exists, that doesn't mean... I don't know. Like, I don't understand why people feel as if... I just didn't think that what he said was justified because I tattooed a person with white features on my body. Who's to say that this woman's even white? She could be Puerto Rican. This girl could be Puerto Rican. This girl could be, who knows? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because the reasoning for the tattoo was to represent a client as a makeup artist. Like, it doesn't matter what their ethnicity is. Clients are of all different ethnicities. Black man, get it together, please. I don't get it. And that just, I will never forget it because, what was that? Yeah, I will never forget what that man said to me because I was just thinking like, oh shit, maybe that was dumb. But then I thought about it like, no, my clients are of all different ethnicities. That's the reason why I chose that. And I'm the one who drew it anyway. And there's plenty of black women who have European features anyway. So what do you mean? You're just assuming because the hair is straight that it's a white woman. Black women wear weaves, my friend. Black women can flat iron their hair. Dude, look at this cake. I'll show you guys up close. Alright, so the cake. Alright, so first taste of this cake. And there's almonds in the crust. That is too good. Way too good. But it needs more whipped cream though. I took out the whipped cream just in case. I came prepared. It's got the perfect consistency, the perfect level of texture. There's perfect amount of different textures. You got the smooth, creamy texture of the cheesecake. Then you have the crunchy, very textured bottom of the crust. And then you have the thick, dense gelatin layer of the mousse. And then you have the soft, fluffy whipped cream on the top. And then you got the chocolate. That chocolate. I forgot to explain too. So this is a pirate ship. And what else did I forget? So the makeup artist one that I went off on, it basically says MUA makeup artist. This one I got at Black Ink in Harlem like 4 years ago. Mousse, come on. Come on, buddy, let's go.